Hello, Sagittarius Nation. Welcome to your 7-day forecast with angelic ascensions. I hope all is genuinely well. This may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Sagittarius in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart, 7th house placement, or if you happen to be cross-watching for a Sagittarius. You might find some information in this reading that may resonate. I want you to keep a few things in mind. Bookmark these things in your mind as you listen to this reading. Understand that not everything that is mentioned in this reading may resonate. Take what resonates, disregard what does not. Please avoid making any rash decisions based on the general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can of course book a reading on my website, which is angelicascensionstarot.com. We're always going to talk about delicate topics. There is your trigger warning. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on for the Sagittarius Nation. Still fighting not to call you Aries. At the top right now, we got Capricorn. So you could be on the Capricorn Sag cusp. So you're dealing with a Capricorn. What's going on around this period of time? Who is around you? Oh. You got an Aries, you got an Earth sign, Taurus, a Virgo, or Capricorn, and a Gemini. You might even have an Aquarius. Okay, what is going on? Somebody is wilding. Sagittarius. Somebody's upset. Somebody has an anger problem in your situation. You got Mars. It's also a reminder, an indicator to take action on some things that are coming up this week. So maybe some opportunities that you might see, some very creative opportunities. I think that this is a week where you might be really expressive of your feelings, or someone around you could be. So you could work in communication to this type of thing. No, you're getting into it with somebody. 7 of Swords. You got a Virgo on the table as well. I think you're a deep thinker, Sagittarius. You probably are prone to even overthink the most simple of things. You might be having a lot of dreams around this period of time. There might be somebody that's really irritating you, and you might be hoping that they get their karma. Right? It definitely feels like somebody is coming in with a ton of baggage, or this is the reason that somebody is very demanding around this period of time. So since we're talking about communication, it's going to be absolutely key this week, because it looks like there could be misunderstandings. Things could possibly be misconstrued. It also feels like somebody could possibly be putting their foot in their mouth, Sagittarius, saying some things that they don't mean. They say things and then they later regret the things that they said. Let's see what this is about. What is going on with Sag? You might feel like you want a moment of peace too. It just seems like there's already, right off the bat, it seems like there's a lot going on in your life. A lot. Or it might feel like a lot, even if it really isn't. Maybe you're someone who's like I said, maybe you're someone who's blown to kind of throw things out of proportion mentally. Especially, like I said, if there's just a lot going on, things are moving fast. Yes, that's exactly what this is. You're dealing with someone who is who likes to argue. So, or at least that might be the case from your perspective, or perhaps from your cross-watcher's perspective. Because let me state this at the beginning. While we're here, the reading can go vice versa. Some things that I might mention could have something to do with the cross-watcher. I cannot control how much of the reading is the cross-watcher and how much of the reading is you, or how much of this is being observed. So So please do not yell at me in the comments and be like, well, you're always coming for Sagittarius. We're not the ones doing that. Did I say you were the ones doing that, Sagittarius? I didn't say that. I told you the reading was general. But I'm going to repeat it again for the people in the back that obviously didn't hear me the first time. Let's get into it. Sagittarius. Okay. So somebody's picking, provoking, prodding you. Who is this? Who is this clown that's in your energy? I just don't understand, Sagittarius. Okay, see? And something this week you do see clearly. Because clearly something about your situation is hidden. And I think somebody's playing in your face, Sagittarius. Like you don't know. Like you don't see the red flags that are right in front of your face. Somebody's trying to cover something up. I think somebody wants to know if you know. Do you see what's going on, Sagittarius? I think that's what somebody's wondering. Or does everybody else see what's going on? Somebody wants to know. And yeah, there is something going on. We just haven't established what it is yet. It could be that somebody is putting on a front, putting on a facade. Especially, let's say this is like an online couple. And they have some cracks showing in the relationship. It seems like other people know. What is this, spirit guys? Bear with me, Sagittarius. I'm still trying to figure it out. It could have something to do with a TV show. Maybe some things that are being done behind the scenes. So you could be very creative. You could, since we're talking about communication, maybe you're good with writing. Maybe you've been writing and this sort of thing. Whatever this is, people see. Trick. I did say somebody's playing in your face. Here's a Virgo. I'm not saying it's the Virgo necessarily. I'm just saying there's a Virgo in the cards. Maybe you recognize some of these signs that are in your reading. Somebody is playing around trying to trick you. I don't like this. It's a woman. Is that a spider? That is a spider. All right, maybe. Why is it on her neck? Okay, I promise. Bear with me. I don't know what this is. This is just, the more I dig, the weirder the reading gets. What I will say is that some of you could be dealing with a musician. Somebody could play an instrument, they could sing, they could definitely be a performer. Or they're in the movies. Again, this might be something that you're witnessing. Okay, so we established it. I see what it is. So some of these things that are playing out in the reading, they may not be happening directly to you, but they could be happening around you. So we see what the trick is. We see what somebody sees. Sagittarius, somebody is playing a trick on you. This might be the week that you see something for yourself. Somebody sees something, because if you see this person in the background in his mirror, somebody sees something. And somebody does not think the other person sees what's going on. Okay? So in other words, somebody thinks that they're getting away with something. Right? You see right through a particular situation where somebody feels like they're being secretive, and you don't detect anything in their flimsy story. I've been here before with others. You're dealing with somebody who thinks that they're a mastermind at this, Sagittarius. A mastermind at manipulating other people. You can't come where I'm going. Why? What would that be, Sagittarius? Or cross-watcher. Okay, so when they're stepping out and they're doing something, or they're going someplace, you can't go. You're not invited. Reason being is because they're doing something behind your back. And there is obviously someone that's in on it, or there's other people that are in on it. All that to say this. Somebody is obviously not monogamous. Somebody thinks that, like I said, they've got you fooled. They're not where they say they're going to be, Sagittarius. For you, maybe there are so many things you want to tell them. Let's see what that might be. So this is what you're having an argument about? Because it seems like there's some tension in your situation. Like I said, it's because somebody sees, yep, somebody says you took the easy way out. So you want to tell them that. You didn't even try. That's how you might be feeling. You definitely, see what I mean? Somebody thinks they're getting away with something. Again, they think that they've got you fooled, other people fooled. The people see, like I mentioned. I think this is the case at work too. So we're going to talk about that in a second. So we're talking about a love relationship. It's already been established where when they're out with, here we go. What sign did I get that for? When they're out with someone else, I'm sorry, there's just a card that just kind of distracted me. When they're out, like I said, Sagittarius, they may not always be where they say they're going to be, or a cross watcher. Saggies are really quiet tonight. Yeah. So are you ending something? I think you are. I think you're strongly considering it. I also see somebody who's very depressed, Sagittarius. I wish I didn't look. Some of you are in a very violent relationship, Sagittarius. And somebody's emotional well-being right about now is at stake. It feels like it's because somebody's toying with somebody else's emotions. And it looks like somebody's just having a hard time kind of coping with what's going on. I'm telling you, somebody is violent. Somebody has a really bad temper. Unless this was bringing something out. This is definitely somebody, especially if something is going on online. And like I said, this is an online couple or whatever. Somebody's tricking the public, making a relationship look picture perfect on the screen, but really behind closed doors, things are a mess. There's conflict that you're having with someone. Somebody this week is feeling guilty over the way that they overreacted to a situation. At least somebody, it looks like somebody overreacted, took something too far. And this is why they're being defensive. Because you caught them. And they can't fool you anymore. Sagittarius, they've done this several times before. They've done it with other people. Like I said, they've had plenty of practice. So I think that there is an issue this week with your partner. They might feel a bit jealous. They may feel like they're not getting enough attention from you. And so they're going to go and look to detect, what the issue is. What's really going on, right? It looks like somebody's wondering. And yeah, you do have like a partner in crime, a yes man, a yes woman that's helping egg the situation along, cause more problems for the situation. Somebody leave you for someone before, Sagittarius. Or somebody has a heavy drinking issue to the point that maybe it's affected their pockets, or somebody is drinking because they've fallen on hard times. Maybe this is the source of your arguing. I do feel that there's a relationship that is going through a separation. And like I said, it feels like somebody can't seem to handle it. Like this is too hard. Yeah, this is somebody's shadow for sure. 7 is Libra. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra Aries maybe. That's interesting. I'm saying Libra Aries. That's not even a cusp. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on with the Sagittarius nation. Come on. Yes, whatever you're watching or whatever you are trying to figure out, you're going to see the truth about it. Sagittarius, the truth hurts. There's somebody you let get very close to you. You let your vulnerabilities, your walls down basically, and somebody tricked you, or they currently are. And I think for some of you, this is old news. You've already moved on from the situation physically, but mentally, it feels like you're still there. It still feels like it's affecting you. And emotionally, you wish that maybe somebody would just be human enough to apologize for humiliating you, for insulting your intelligence. Somebody has a crazy temper, Sagittarius. And then it seems like all of a sudden somebody has a quick change of heart that fast, and they decide that they want to come in and heal the situation with you before they lose you. Because Sagittarius, somebody feels like you might walk out on this. And that might be this King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. And this could be for some of you, somebody who's pulling the wool over your eyes. But your spirit guides come in to remove any sort of veil that's over your eyes, whatever is hidden, whatever you don't see clearly. Spirit guides bring something to your awareness so that you can see for yourself. It's not like a figment of your imagination. I feel that somebody likes to gaslight you and make you think that you're crazy for thinking the things that you're thinking, or assuming the things that they can't explain it away this time. So I think because you've seen it, either you've seen it or somebody you know sees something. And when I say see, now this could definitely be somebody with a third eye that's wide open. So that we could be talking about a reader. Somebody could possibly be going to tarot to get an idea. Okay, no. Let me backtrack. Not get an idea. They already have an indication about what's going on. It just feels like somebody doesn't quite trust their intuition, so they're going to somebody who can see what's up. So now somebody is not sure what the future holds. I hope that this isn't a situation where the cops were called, because this does look like somebody is in legal trouble because of something that may have played out. Oh my God, they've done this to you again and again. Somebody's thinking about separation, Sagittarius. Somebody's thinking about separating and blocking someone and leaving to be with somebody else. Unless this is somebody's suspicion, this is somebody's worry that somebody is going to just up and leave to be with somebody else. I mean, but they already have. If this is your story, if this is truly your story, come on, tell us about it. I said somebody's physically violent. Maybe somebody's name could be Jason. Maybe somebody plays video games. They're always on the game. Sag. What is really... I was like, my brain is like, what did I walk into? What is this? So you have a legal situation, Sagittarius? Are you dealing with somebody that possibly has a rap sheet? Some of you Sagittarius is who I'm talking to are the singles. And let me clarify what I mean by calling you single. So maybe you're dating someone, maybe you're trying to get to know them, but you're not really in an established relationship. But you want to know, if it's really worth your time. This is who I'm referring to as single. Dating, trying to, but you're not really fully linked to somebody, that sort of thing. Be careful about who you let in your life, or who you let around your loved ones. Because it's very clear that somebody thinks, you know what I mean? Like that they premeditated situations. Like they've masterminded this. They've done this to other people. So like I said, be careful about who you really let in your life. You might meet someone when you're out, maybe when you're going to a concert. There's something going on with your mom. We're going to talk about that in a second because obviously there's a mother-child situation or a parent-child situation. So you blocked somebody. Somebody could possibly be going through someone else to get in contact with you. Maybe you have a mutual friend. Because it looks like you know this person, that you know whoever they're connected to for some of you. Somebody is a heavy drinker. Maybe they have a really thick mustache or whatever. They have a lot of facial hair. Male or female. Come on, that's what I mean. Somebody is feeding you a whole bunch of BS. Don't fall for it. Okay, single. So somebody comes in and they feed you the greatest lines you've ever heard. They might even have a pack of abs. Maybe they do. Somebody could have an athletic build. They could feed you the perfect lines. But there's definitely manipulation behind this. And it seems like somebody has one thing in mind. And so obviously they have somebody in the background. For some of you, it's not even like that. Some of you, somebody legitimately has like an obsessive ex that might be just kind of watching everything that they're doing. It could be that maybe there's an ex that does not want to see their ex move on with somebody else. So like I said, be careful about who you let into your life. You could be walking straight into a situation full of drama. That's what that feels like to me. Something that's just not worth your time. That's not everybody's story. Because let's be real, Sagittarius, some of you, you're getting ready to meet somebody that's really good for you, really cool. Somebody you could really spend a long time with. But in this reading, that's not what we're looking at. But like I said, this is not everyone's story. So yeah, some of you are walking away from this. Somebody let their ego get in the way, Sagittarius. I think somebody wants to talk to you, but they are not. Possibly because they're not permitted to talk to you any longer. It could be because of legal situations that are keeping someone from talking to you, or that are blocking the situation from the two of you having conversations, or you have literally decided you're going to block somebody from being able to contact you on socials, or to maybe check out your profile. Because it looks like you're moving forward. Why? Because of somebody's integrity. Somebody's integrity has definitely put to the test, has been put to the test. Especially when you're not around, when you're not looking. What the things that they're doing. Yes. And like I said, they're not always where they say they're going to be. That's what I mean. You can't come where they're going. So that's what I mean. This could be somebody that's cheating when they're out of town. Maybe they work out of town. I don't want to dwell on this too long, but because I think I've gotten the story out pretty much. So this is the week, Sagittarius, where I feel like you're trying to figure out where you really stand with this person. I think you're really hurt, obviously, because of something that somebody said or something that you see for yourself that you feel very hurt by, because it seems like you gave your love and your trust to somebody and you feel duped. So you're going through it. I don't think this is something that an apology can fix, but it definitely feels like that's what you're looking for, is at least that. Because it looks like somebody is going to do all of this stuff and then ghost you. All the while, it feels like there's a feeling that you can't seem to shake off. And it's because you're right. So something might make you feel, Sagittarius, this week like you want to go off. Maybe that's the violence that I'm seeing in this reading. And let me make this clear as well. I'm telling you what I'm observing in the reading. I am not in any way saying you ought to go put your hands on somebody. But I feel that because somebody this week is driven by so much emotion and hurt and pain and confusion, that because of something that they see and something that's been going on for a long time, possibly in your own home that you share with this person, it might make somebody go berserk. But let me make that clear too. There's legal consequences for somebody's actions. So if this is not you wanting to get caught up in sort of legal trouble, think before you react. Because once the deed has been done or the words have been said, it just feels like it's hard to take that back. So let's talk about this parent-child relationship. Some of you grew up maybe having mom issues. Maybe this is the source of your pain. For others of you, maybe it's not that. Maybe it was the opposite. Maybe some of you were raised by a single mom. Maybe you have a lot of love for your mother. Maybe there was an absent father. Yes, actually, I do see that in the reading. You could have a father that goes to their kids. You could have been a product of this. Somebody doesn't know who their baby daddy is. Somebody might not be sure if the child is theirs. It's a child, okay? Or there's a child on the way, possible pregnancy. Somebody's not sure if they're pregnant. Or if somebody's being truthful about a pregnancy, somebody's trying to trick somebody. Or maybe this is you. Maybe you're not sure if you're what am I trying to say? You're late. Maybe you're trying to figure out, okay, is there a pregnancy? You know what I mean? Somebody's trying to figure out if they're pregnant, but I definitely feel like somebody could be tricking somebody to keep their hands on someone, to keep them from leaving. Somebody's afraid that somebody's going to take the easy way out. But let me backtrack. I was talking about parent-child issues. Maybe there was a parent that took the easy way out. This could have been you. You could have grown up in the physically violent household. And this could be you repeating the cycle of the things that you've seen in your upbringing. And that could possibly what's bringing you to this place in your life right now is because you're tired of repeating the cycle. When it comes to your love life, pulled a card that said, I've been here before with others. So again, this feels like you've been hurt, you've been tricked, you've been riddled with a lot of uncertainties connected to a relationship before. So it feels like it's time to heal. You already know the truth. Deep down inside you do, or deep down inside a child does. Sag or cross watcher, they know the truth of what's going on. Come on, I did not notice this. Yes, somebody is not sure about a pregnancy or not sure if a baby is theirs. Yes, somebody is trying to trick somebody tricking somebody into getting them pregnant to break up a happy home, to break up a couple. I mean, what did I walk in on, or what did you walk in on, Sagittarius or cross watcher? Okay. So let's see what's going on with this whole situation with mom and parent and this sort of thing. So this is like a parent-child relationship. Well, we talked about that. You feel broken. Something is affecting you. I think you're tired. You may have been having conflict with your kids. You are having conflict with your children, or they're fighting amongst themselves. And there's a mom that's feeling kind of powerless to change that circumstance. Or like I said, some of you, this is you having an issue with your mom. It could be a mom that maybe sees something about someone that is around their children. Unless this is a co-parenting relationship and you don't like who your child's other parent has around your kid. But like I said, there's something that you see that somebody else does not. You don't feel like your kid sees something. Maybe this is something that ends up causing friction because it seems like you're going to say something. Some of you, maybe you feel like your child, that's interesting. Maybe the roles are reversed. Maybe you feel like your child speaks to you like you are the child, or vice versa. Your child might feel like you're being very condescending to them, especially if they're an adult or they feel like they're of age to kind of be able to make their own decisions. Yeah. Decreasing. Obviously, you're giving somebody less attention, or you're giving a situation right now a lot less of your time. Or maybe there's a mom that might feel like you're spending less time with them. There's a child that maybe have grown very distant from you or from a mom. So you, maybe your children, you're in separation from your children due to a breakup, due to you finding out the truth. If this is definitely somebody who's a homewrecker. I don't like to put labels on people, but yeah, I'm gonna stick to what I just said. I was telling you about your money, okay? It definitely feels like there's something going on with that. You're waiting for money, waiting for some money to come in. What is this about? Let's switch gears and let's see. We're going to talk about your job real quick. Or somebody's waiting. Okay, they're watching and waiting to see the truth. Okay, let's talk about that. At work, yeah. I think you have somebody that's watching and waiting. I think you do. Hopefully, this is not something that's going on at work. This whole misconduct thing is going to catch the eyes of the higher ups, and it may end up in somebody getting fired. But yeah, so at work, maybe you travel for a living. Maybe you do. Maybe you're on the road. Because I did mention somebody could be a musician. Starting a new job, Sagittarius. I think some of you could be, because there's just a lot of games being played at work. What? Yes, wars and battles. You're getting into it with somebody at work. Maybe there is a whole little blow up because of something that you see. Like I said, somebody thinks that they're slick, Sagittarius. They think other people don't see what's going on, but obviously they're not that slick. So is this somebody trying to be harmful of something that you're doing? Yeah, I think so. I do think so. But I think that there's a few things that I see, Sagittarius. It feels like maybe you're very distracted by your home situation or things outside of work that are going on that are getting to you emotionally. I think you might think that maybe this is you, right? Maybe this is you trying to trick everybody. Like, no, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm the happiest I've ever been. Yet it's written all over your face. Sagittarius, that something's wrong. So I think people see that this week. Maybe that's you, just emotional at work. Ooh, you're concerned about your mom's health, which we're going to talk about in a second. Sagittarius, what's going on with Sag? Come on, we just have these fires. Maybe you live in LA. Maybe you were affected by the fires. Exactly. Somebody did pass away. Maybe somebody's a firefighter. Or maybe somebody's they work, what am I trying to say, like a public servant, firefighter, a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer. Okay, let's talk about it. Some of you, maybe you it seems like you hold a very professional title. Some of you, maybe you're a cook, you're an artist, this sort of thing, or you're an influencer. Some of you, like I said, not all of this is happening with you directly. You could be observing this. Someone has seen something, Sagittarius, because they're nosy. So they're going to look for information. At work, there could be somebody trying to dig up dirt about you. Maybe they want to find out where your location is. You have a family. What is your family size, family dynamic? Be careful of, what am I trying to say, hacking into your information, because it definitely feels like somebody's very crafty when it comes to technology. But let's say if you are posting and somebody sees something that you're posting, and yes, I feel like somebody is watching you with a lot of obsession. Somebody's just like, I won't say that they're interested, because that seems like it's an understatement. It feels like somebody is obsessed with something that you're doing, something that you're posting, and this makes them feel a certain way. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're posting something. It just might feel like your life seems perfect to them. And so, unless somebody knows that you're tricking, it's not really the truth. Wow, is somebody a prostitute? Anyway, something triggers somebody's self-hatred. Like I said, if you're posting something, especially online, psyche, something bothers somebody mentally. Promise you, somebody has some sort of mental health issue, like a certified one. Seems like maybe there's somebody at work that's not very certain of their own identity, and maybe there's a bit of a copycat sort of situation. It seems like maybe somebody's trying to copy something that you do, copy your personality or whatever, Sagittarius. Just something weird about this particular woman, about a particular person that's in your energy. So maybe there's somebody at work you're like, yeah, I don't know about Kathy, or I don't know about, just throwing names out there. But maybe you feel like, okay, I don't know about this person. I don't know if I can really trust this person. So maybe that's how somebody feels about you. They could have the wrong impression, but maybe they don't. Let me see. Is somebody spreading lies about you? That could definitely be the case because of their own self-hatred. So yeah, I think somebody's trying to figure you out. Or you have your doubts about somebody that maybe you work around. Are they really friend? Are they really foe? Like I said, that's going on online. It looks like you're under a lot of surveillance. And yeah, I think somebody is this week trying to assassinate your character. Why? Like we talked about it. Somebody does not have their own identity. So somebody is going out of their own way, out of their way to assassinate your character in some sort of way. Since we talked about integrity on a job. Like somebody's throwing you on the bus to make themselves look like they're not a liar, and they really are. I don't know what kind of people you work around, Sagittarius, but it definitely feels like there's some people that are just really out for themselves. And feels like this week somebody's definitely looking for revenge. It's just taking a lot of twists and turns. Some of you are being watched at work. Some of you are being watched around your house, Sagittarius. Or like I said, be careful about what you post. It's your business, whatever you post. I'm not here to tell you what to post or not to post, but at the same time, I kind of am. Like I was telling you before, like in previous readings, if there's something that I can say to prevent you from taking an L, and I see it in the reading, then I'm gonna mention it. It's up to you to take the advice or to leave it. And I'm not here to, influence you either way, but I'm just gonna be here to be the messenger. And I said all that and then ended up losing the thought that I was going to tell you about. I'm sure it'll come back to me. Did I say somebody's watching you? Just there's somebody weird at work. Sagittarius. I'll say that. And I'll leave it there. No, actually, we were talking about your money. You're waiting. You're waiting for payday. Seems like you got some debts to pay off, especially credit card debt. Somebody, okay, I keep saying is somebody in jail. Somebody's in jail. Somebody's in court. With this card that says mom. Okay, so this feels like you could be taking somebody to court. Or you're waiting for a decision to be made, and maybe it has absolutely nothing to do with court, but you could possibly be at the mercy of someone else's decision making about something that you feel is completely out of your hands. Yeah, this might have something to do with a child. See, somebody has a side baby. That's what this feels like, and that's what I mean. Somebody doesn't know. If, like I said, if the baby is theirs. What is going on at work, though? I think, like I said, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there, Sagittarius. I think the more I dig and prod and try to figure out what's going on, I said that the reading just gets weirder and weirder. So let's talk about this court thing. I mentioned some of you have a DV situation. The great detective. Come on. When I say somebody's nosy, digging for information, it may not literally be a detective, somebody that genuinely has a badge and holds this title. This feels like this is somebody just really digging into you, what you're doing. But of course, I like I'm mentioning a legal situation. Some of you might literally have a detective. Okay, let's talk about that. If this is you have a legal situation, you might want to lawyer up. If an affordability thing, because that feels like that's what it is. You might feel like you cannot afford a lawyer. At least get the advice of a lawyer. If it's pro bono, you're going to, what am I trying to say, legal aid or this sort of thing. There is a detective that might be trying to trip you up, ask you a whole bunch of questions, or ask that of a child or somebody that is naive. Maybe you don't really know what your rights are in a particular situation. But it seems like you're being cornered. So it seems like somebody really wants to know the tea. Like I said, you got some nosy individuals. Maybe these are your neighbors. So definitely somebody has some tricks up their sleeve. And like I said, if this is you with a legal situation, you might be better off waiting to get some legal advice before incriminating I don't think you're incriminating yourself. I think somebody's trying to set you up. And you could be setting yourself up. We did talk about integrity. It's their integrity or it's yours. They're trying to figure out if you're lying. You're trying to figure out who this person is. When somebody's hiring a PI, wow, come on. Somebody could be hiring a PI to see what somebody is doing. Right? They're trying to get pictures of their side piece. Like I said, somebody's like, I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to hire this PI to figure it out for me. But like I said, what? Let me repeat. You got somebody looking into something connected to you. You don't know what your rights are. Right? You don't ask the questions that you need to ask, or you don't get the legal advice that you need. Something could really be blown out of proportion for some of you. There could be accusations that's being made. You got this card that says mom. So definitely there could be someone looking into a mother. Maybe trying to F up somebody's situation for the purpose of their own boredom. They have nothing else better to do. Oh, what did I tell you, singles? Somebody is dangerous for some of you. That's why that song kept playing in my head over and over. Song by Michael Jackson is called Dangerous. So I mean, somebody has a DV situation. See, my brain is going so many different places with this Sagittarius. If you have somebody like this coming back, maybe you should get some legal advice. I think some of you might have a restraining order already, though. Maybe that's why you're going to court. So it looks like you're going to court for something. It looks like you're going to court to protect yourself, or you're there to protect some loved ones. Maybe you're waiting for somebody to, talked about that at the top of the reading, you're waiting for somebody's karma. Yes, that's exactly what I was saying. Legal trouble. So what I was saying before, be careful about allowing your emotions to kind of run the show, your anger, your reactions to situation, that it does not end up getting blown out of proportion, and then it ends up causing situations that you can't really easily back out of. Come on, somebody's seeing something, or somebody is waiting to see something. So I was telling you something about your money. It seemed like it was on the decrease. It seems like even though you got some distractions and some curveballs that are being thrown at you this week, Sagittarius or Crosswatcher, it definitely feels like you're going to be making some gradual progress in the right direction. Okay, because it definitely feels like at work you're very driven, you're very focused, but be careful. Like I said, hacking. You never know who's on the other side of that computer screen. This is definitely somebody trolling you, or someone maybe commenting or saying something to you under a phony account, especially if you are an influencer. Why? Because they don't like themselves. So it has nothing to do with you. Try not to take offense to the weirdos out there. But this is also having to do with children. This is your spirit guide saying be careful about who your children may be talking to online. You never know somebody's real intentions, and somebody could be a pedo. Okay, I want to move on from this reading. This is crazy. I wasn't expecting all of this, Sagittarius. Okay, so maybe that's the spirit guide's way of saying, yeah, oh, here we go. The crooked man. I think this has something to do with a car. Remember, you're going to purchase a car. Be careful about phony, crazy salesmen trying to take advantage of you. Okay, Spirit says, let's talk about your health then. You have the doctor. This shows up. Some sort of health issue, Sagittarius. Maybe you're not feeling well. And this is quite a week for the Sagittarius, and I still see other stuff that I haven't talked about. Spirit guys, can you tell me something good for the Sagittarius? This is a thick reading. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go back to this health thing. Yeah. I think that maybe you fell. Some of you, maybe you have an injury, maybe you're limping. But what I will tell you is this. You got some decisions to make. You got some decisions to make this week about a living situation as well. This could be you deciding whether or not to stay where you are or to renew. It seems like your guides are encouraging you to let go and make a choice about a path that you're going to walk. It seems like obviously you have some challenges this week. It seems like you've got a destined journey that you're meant to be on, and you're going to be led to that journey. But it just seems like this week that there's some twists and turns and some things that maybe you didn't expect, and maybe a few delays along the way. But yeah, you're making some choices. Be careful that you're not making choices in a place of anxiety a lot of doubt. You're going to feel that, but you definitely want to make these decisions from a grounded perspective. Because it just seems, like I said, there's twists and turns. You're waiting. Like I said, some of you, you're at the mercy of other people. You're waiting for the court to make a decision. Or you're waiting for someone else to make a decision. Or you're waiting to see what you need to see about what might really be going on. This is definitely a week, Sagittarius, that you're getting clarity. You could even possibly be going to someone to get advice. Seems like you're really looking for guidance. And even if you're not going to a person to get advice, because it seems like maybe some of you have some stranger danger. It's like you're not sure who to really trust, just in general. So this could even be you seeking clarity and answers from your guides. If you ask, trust and believe, you are going to be on the receiving end of this information, because like I said, Spirit puts something right in front of you, something that you need to see in order to empower you with the truth. See, your spirit guides are revealing things to you, removing the blinders and the traps from around you so that you can see a situation clearly. Your spirit guides are saying, as this guidance comes through, trust it with an open and ready heart, because it definitely feels like it's being offered by others. And Spirit brings these people into your path to help you with some sort of change that's going on, or remove some sort of secret. Be careful of people this week. We talked about integrity and people taking the easy way out. Oh, this is what I wanted to revisit at work. Bear with me for a quick second. There is somebody, I mentioned to you, there's somebody that is like a copycat, or someone who is infringing on your work, taking something from you, studying you, watching something that you're doing in order to take the easy way out, thinking that nobody sees. Other people don't detect what's going on. That's what I mean. People are picking up on it. But I will say this. Watch out for your safety. Please watch what's going on in your surroundings, Sagittarius or cross watcher. I did say somebody is just real weird, acting funny. If something about your environment seems strange, or a particular person seems kind of sketchy, it probably is for a reason. I mean, it probably really is that. And you probably are not overthinking. So it's better to be safe than sorry, because it seems like you just don't know. Or you're just so distracted by your situation, by the things that are on your mind, that it kind of slips your mind to kind of like watch what's going on around you. It's like you're fumbling for your keys or whatever. See this key? Like you're fumbling around for your keys, but you're not really paying attention to who's around you. Be careful of your environment. At work, I definitely feel like there could be a bit of a setup. Like somebody's trying to lay a trap for you. But I think you're going to outsmart this person or this particular situation. I think that you are. I don't think you're going to fall for this. Okay? Because it looks like like I said, there's some sort of a setup at work. When it comes to things that are going on spiritually, let's talk about it. You got somebody sending you negative energy, and it feels like it's to your home. And definitely feels like somebody's lighting candles on you, Sagittarius. For some of you, this is maybe started by the Sagittarius. Whomever started it. I'm not here to referee that. All I'm here to say is it feels like I was talking to you about karma. Somebody has been sending this to you for the longest time. Because it seems like something has been lasting for a while. And it seems like somebody intends bad for you. But we talked about that. You're breaking out of this. Now you're beginning to see gradual progress. Now you're beginning to see things turn around. You might have a lot of burdens on your mind this week, Sagittarius. especially as you begin to see things clearly and you get the clarity that you need. But it's going to help you to release what no longer serves you, because now you see what was once, like I said, you thought it was a figment of your imagination. You see it clearly now. So this week, your spirit guides say, release your burdens now that you see. Allow new insights to come in. Spirit is saying that they're paving the way for new paths, but you still might be holding on to the old path. Spirit guides are saying it's time to let go. It's time to heal from these things. It's heartache. You got shadow here. Yeah. So this feels like this is a week of growth. Your shadow comes through. This might be situations where you would, because you have so much pressure on you, you might be reacting in ways that maybe you normally wouldn't. Or there's certain triggers that might come up, Sagittarius, where you're looking back on situations and you're like, wow, why did I handle the situation that way? And it doesn't have to be that it's you, but did I say that at the top of the reading? I did. I said that somebody is waiting for an apology. Somebody took the easy way out. They hurt you. They trampled you in some sort of way. Or vice versa. Somebody is looking for an apology. And like I said, it may not fix anything. It may not fix everything. But it feels like if this is a relationship where there's been a huge burnt bridge, it seems like now somebody is seeing the error of their ways. Or they're seeing the reasons why they acted that way. They were triggered, right? Their shadow, self-hatred, this sort of thing. And now it feels like for some of you, someone is coming back to right their wrongs. It's your choice if you let somebody back in or not. Sagittarius or cross-watcher, but it definitely feels like somebody wants to have a comeback. Speaking of comebacks, you're going to come back from the Sagittarius if this is you going through something that's just been lasting for the longest and you see no way out of your situation. It's your spirit guide saying find strength in your healing. They want you to have renewed hope about your situation. Something this week comes in to give you that renewed hope. And it helps you to triumph over adversities that are either circumstantial or adversities that other people are sending your way to create blockages and roadblocks for you. Stumbling block, basically. I think that you're going to be connecting with people that maybe you could be making genuine connections with, especially at work. Because I think that maybe, obviously, this is you. You're very driven professionally. There's something that you really have your eye on. And it just seems like you're not sure how something is going to pan out, right? You're not yet across something. You have a lot of uncertainty. It could be about a creative project, about whether or not something is really going to succeed. Can you really make something happen? And I feel that this is the time, yes, where you're capitalizing on a particular wave that's coming in that's going to help push together some sort of progress for you. Oh, that's why I saw forgiveness. Yes. You're letting go of something that you've been holding on to for a while. But yeah, you're going to be making steady progress towards something. This week, patience is your friend. But be getting some pushback from somebody, Sagittarius, or this is you. It could be a kid. You're giving somebody pushback, or there's a kid that you might feel is just out of line. Well, Spirit Guide said, let's go back to this health thing. So we're going to talk about that real quick, and we're going to close your reading. Is somebody in the hospital? You would feel, like I said before, you're feeling under the weather, because it definitely feels like something is affecting your health or the health of somebody around you. Now, this could be a very difficult pregnancy that we're talking about. Maybe somebody has a high-risk pregnancy sort of thing. But I definitely see something going on with someone's heart health. Somebody has decided that's what that unknown, that uncertainty card is about. Somebody doesn't know if they're going to keep this child. They don't know. Or somebody has decided already that they're not. They're not. Maybe that's guilt. Maybe that's a lot of pain because of someone's choices. Pulled this card that says mom. Maybe somebody's not sure if they want it, if they're ready to be a mom. Or maybe for some of you, you are a mother, a single mom. And maybe parenting is just something that is hard. And maybe you don't feel like you have a shoulder to cry on, but you do. It might feel like at times, Sagittarius, that you're here doing everything on your own, but we're really not. Utilize your angels, because it definitely feels that they're here to help you release, like we talked about, some of these burdens. I'm gonna just say this: somebody really does need to look out for their health, and it's not saying it. I don't mean to cause alarm, but it is for somebody to be informed. I'm saying it for the reason for you to be informed. There's no real way to sugarcoat it. So I'm just going to say it. Some of you, maybe you're hearing back. Maybe some of you, you're waiting to hear back from the doctor. Maybe you went. Somebody's not sure what's going on with their body, with their health. But they may need to look into it. I don't know who I'm talking to, and maybe it's not the Sagittarius that I'm talking to. It could be somebody that you know. Your angel sent me to tell you that. You'll know if it's you. And for some of you, it's not your physical health, it's your mental health. Come on, right beneath that. Somebody passed away. Or this is spirit. I'm not going to say that. I think this is you emotionally. Life. We talked about that. Something's been lasting for a while. Maybe you feel like life has just really been knocking you down. And yeah, like I said, you got these other people in the background. Why are people doing this to Sagittarius? Somebody's preying on your downfall. Or another way that I can read this is somebody that's preying on your downfall. It did say you're seeing their karma play out right in front of your eyes, right? We got this card that says seeing. Something backfires. Somebody thought they were getting the last laugh, Sagittarius, and then it turns around and it gets back. They received the brunt of their own negative magic. Spirit guides, the advice as we close this reading for the Sagittarius nation. Well, I think we did talk about, we went over the advice briefly, but let's pull a few. Well, it's not really advice. This is kind of like assurance. Your spirit guides are letting you know that there's financial success that's coming in. After maybe you've had some sort of hardship, Sagittarius, something that you're working on, spirit guides are saying it's definitely worth it. There's some success that's coming in for you. There's opportunities that could be coming in for you or somebody that you love, especially if you're studying something. It could be a scholarship that maybe you could be receiving or a child could be receiving. Another thing that Spirit wants you to know is that maybe we talked about this, you've been here before with other people. You've been hurt before several times. You've been blindsided. You've been tricked. I talked to you about that earlier in the reading, that some of you, there's a committed romantic relationship that's coming in for you. But this feels like for some of you, this is the real deal. This is something that's worth your time. For all the pain that you've been through, it seems like you're really meeting someone really good. And this is something that you've been wishing for a long time. And now it begins to happen. Why? Because you're ready. You work through issues within yourself. You work through your shadow. Now you're attracting in someone that you feel is better for you. Or somebody that's in a better alignment and a better match for you. This is the end of a difficult situation. You've been going through it. We talked about that. Now you're about to see the end of things. Things are beginning to roll in and feeling a lot better. Just like we talked about with this gradual improvement, gradual and steady success. Lastly, Spirit is saying release whatever holds you back. We talked about that earlier. This is maybe you feel like you need to detox from certain people. Or maybe this is somebody with a heavy addiction, and they may be coming to a strong, stark realization that they need to go through a detox. This week, your guides are saying whatever you're worried about is not based in, it's all based in fear. But Spirit guides are saying they want you to have the absolute and utmost self-confidence in making some decisions that are coming through this week. Like I said, you want to make your decisions from a grounded place, not from a place of anxiety or brokenness or worry. It seems like there's a lot of this here, but a lot of that uncertainty that's in a lot of your situations that might be playing out this week. But at the same time, this is not the mode of thinking that you want to operate from, because your thoughts and your decisions are setting the tone for what's getting ready to come in. So again, as best as possible, ground yourself. Somebody has not grieved properly. Somebody's still grieving over somebody's passing. Maybe this is the anniversary of someone's death, their birthday, their death date, this sort of thing. Maybe somebody didn't pass. This could be somebody really taking a breakup really hard. This feels like this is a parent-child situation. Maybe you feel like you never knew your other parent. So you might feel orphaned. I don't know. Sag, it's just a very heavy reading. I think it's just going to be a heavy week for you. But you'll get through it. And you do have some positives. In case you didn't hear them, they're here in this reading. Amidst all of the like I said, the stuff that's getting ready to happen, or the stuff that's playing out. This concludes your 7-day forecast, Sagittarius. I hope this reading was helpful. If you'd like to book a personal, my website is angelicascensionstarot.com. Have a beautiful, blessed, and productive week, Sag Nation. I'll see y'all in the next one.